The Apple Watch has been around for a little under 2 years now. It was first debuted in the end of 2014, then launched in the spring of 2015, and now a couple months ago, we received the first update to the Apple Watch Series 2. Aesthetically, it looks identical to the original Apple Watch, especially the Sport and normal Apple Watch, though the Watch Edition ditches the crazy solid gold construction in favor for a white ceramic housing for durability, scratch resistance, and affordability. But what makes an Apple Watch Series 2 a Series 2, and should you upgrade your old Apple Watch to this new model? Well, I've been wearing a Series 2 since launch, and I've really put it through its paces. But more importantly, I've used the Apple Watch Series 2 as a serious fitness tracker. So here's what I think about the Series 2. The Series 2 Apple Watch has a new display, which makes it easier to read outdoors. The brightness has increased to 1000 nits, more than twice the brightness of the original Apple Watch. Also new for the Series 2 is the dual-core processor. It's Apple's S2 chip, and it really delivers some needed performance for watchOS 3. Applications open much faster, and the UI definitely feels a whole lot more snappy than before. But you really don't care about that. You care about the features that make it easier to live with on a day-to-day basis. Well, the Series 2 Apple Watch is finally water resistant versus the original Apple Watch's splash resistance. Your Series 2 can dive into 50 meters of water with no problem. It even has a water mode that will lock the display, and when unlocked will emit a noise to blow out water from the speaker. Also new is the built-in GPS, so now you don't have to be tied for your iPhone when going out for a run, bike, or really anything. So how does this all come together? Well, using the Apple Watch feels exactly the same as it did before. watchOS 3.0 has some improvements such as the dock for quick access and the improved command center, but I still find to use my Apple Watch as more of a notification system rather than a device for inputs. I use Siri here and there for simple searches or when I need to take some directions while I'm in the car, but for the most part, I use the display as a notification surface. Messages has received a slight overhaul, now allowing you to sketch letters as well as dictate like before. It's cool, but a slow way of communicating. But the biggest use for my Apple Watch is activity and workouts. I love being active, and I use a host of applications to track my workouts. I mainly use two applications that are third-party, Strava for cycling and also Garmin Connect for my Garmin head unit on my bike. But now I am able to share the tracking information from the apps directly to my activity application and therefore my Apple Watch, and it all translates to excellent tracking. But the Apple Watch as a standalone tracker works well too. Compared to my Garmin app, which is connected to me and my bike via a worn heart rate monitor and power meters in the pedal, the Apple Watch was around 15% off from the metrics. Normally, the Apple Watch would say I burned a little bit more calories than the actual equipment I use on a daily basis. Not a huge offset, but certainly nothing close to dedicated equipment used for workouts. But one thing I noticed very quickly using the Apple Watch as a standalone tracker and trainer is the GPS will drain the battery very, very quickly. On a 3.5-hour ride, I went from basically full down to 15%, all from having the exercise tracked using the built-in GPS. That could prove to be a problem for marathon runners or people who love longer workouts that require GPS tracking. Now, if you're on a treadmill, that's a completely different story. Now, as a package, the Apple Watch Series 2 is definitely a nice smartwatch, and it is nice that it costs the same as the first generation watch at launch. But if you have an original Apple Watch and don't swim for an exercise or go deep sea fishing, the Series 2 is an unnecessary upgrade. The GPS tracking is definitely a selling feature, but poor battery life using this feature makes it pretty obsolete. I'll still rely on my dedicated trackers, then upload to my iPhone after I'm finished, but that's for someone like me who rides bikes for hours at a time. If you do quick hour runs, it shouldn't really be a problem. So let me know what you think about the Apple Watch Series 2. Do you think it's a valuable upgrade? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you in the next video.